Hey, so you're thinking about making a move to Dorado Hills, California? Well, you're in the right place. Today we're going to tour some of the best places to go to shop and eat and drink, and then I'm going to take you through a few neighborhoods as well. And hey, if you're new to the channel and you want to know everything there is about living in Sacramento and the surrounding areas like Dorado Hills, definitely subscribe to the channel, hit the alert button below so that you are the first to know when we have a new update on everything there is to know about living in Sacramento. And you know, we get calls, texts, and emails from people like you every day moving into the area, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're thinking about moving in a week, a month, or even a year, definitely reach out, give us a call or a text, and we'd love to connect. All right, so here I am at Town Center, and this is one of the super fun places in Dorado Hills because there's just a ton to do, and there's always activities. And I don't know if you hear all the cars going by, but there is always some hustle and bustle. And so I'm gonna just flip this around so you guys can see. There's a couple different water features, which is really nice and soothing. There's all kinds of tables, and there's restaurants all around us. And a couple of my favorites, like Saloon's is right back there. They have like really yummy sandwiches, salads, the best mac and cheese in town, I think. Right back where we were a second ago, back here, is another fan favorite. Milestone is back there. That is local couple that started that. They've opened several restaurants since that one, and they're all doing really well. So definitely go visit Nick and Alexa there at Milestone if you love like really, really great food and craft cocktails. There's so much more in here. Hair salons, there's a gym, there's a great pizza place, really good burger place just right over there. And so no shortage of things to do. And then on top of that, right around the corner, there is a Target, so you've got some major shopping as well. And then behind me this way, in the very, very back, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there is a Regal movie theater back there. They've got an IMAX, so you can actually see, you know, like 3D, like really big movies, and it's a lot of fun as well. They actually, you know, I talked about this when we were at Palladio, but all of the theaters now seem to sell beer and wine and cocktails, and so you can get some good food, get some drinks, enjoy a movie with your family or with your friends, and it's just, there's always something going on here. I'm gonna walk a little ways just so hopefully you guys can see this sign that's coming up. It is a nice warm summer day, so getting a little shiny here out in the warm. Right over here though, get a little further up. Right up this way and behind me, there's a sign for it. Every Thursday in the summertime, and this is back this year, so we had a little break, or you know, they were doing some modified concerts here in Town Center. Every Thursday though, in the evenings, they do concerts, and so people bring picnic baskets out here. They'll you know, gather with their friends. There's lots of seating, people bring their own chairs, and it's just a really nice community gathering, and you always run into friends. It's a really fun time. So this is Town Center. Like I mentioned, I'm going to take you guys through a couple of neighborhoods so you can get a sense of what it's like to live here in Dorado Hills, and then we'll go to a couple other shopping centers as well. So come on. So hey, it's Renee with the Friedrich team here at eXp, and as promised, we are here in the Blackstone community here in beautiful Dorado Hills, and we're gonna go drive through the neighborhood, take a look at one of the houses that happens to be for sale right now. And I just wanted to stop at the Clubhouse though, because this is definitely one of mine and Mike's favorite things about Blackstone, is this beautiful clubhouse, which is a great gathering place for the residents here. There's multiple swimming pools, there's a gym, there's really beautiful meeting rooms where you can throw parties, and then they just have a lot of activities to bring the residents together. So it's just a wonderful amenity to the community. And unlike some of the other master plan communities within Dorado Hills, this HOA actually includes access to the clubhouse, so you get all of that when you move into the community. So it's also a great way to meet your neighbors, make new friends, all of that. We have so many clients that live in here, and they rave about how much fun they have here at the Clubhouse. About Blackstone a little bit, they started building in here in 2008, so we're looking at about 14 years old for the homes. It's 2022 right now, and they built the Clubhouse in 2009, so it's been here almost the whole time. And like I said, it's just a really beautiful amenity for the community. Since COVID, they stopped doing tours, so I'm just kind of walking up a little bit closer to see if we can get a glimpse of any of the pools, but I think it's pretty private, which is great. I mean, that's kind of what you want, right? Or maybe we can. So in the community too, I think they did a really amazing job of making sure that there's all different price points. So you've got your entry-level homes, which Dorado Hills is definitely one of our more expensive communities that we work in. So you're going to have a little bit higher price points than in some of our other areas. However, we've got stuff, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath homes in here, starting in the 700 range, and then going all the way up into the 1.5 million range. So pretty good variety. Right behind me, you guys can probably see a little bit of the lot pool. All right, so let's go drive around, see some houses. Let's do it. Okay, so as promised, I am in front of a beautiful house here in Blackstone. It's actually it was Standard Pacific. However, Lennar has been buying all the builders, so now Lennar. However, when this house was built, it was Standard Pacific, and it's a 2,600 square foot, 2-story, obviously. You can see that, and really nice floor plan. It's actually one of the largest homes in this particular part of Blackstone. However, as I mentioned before, there's homes in Blackstone from 1,400 square feet all the way up to, oh my gosh, probably close to 5,000 square feet, and everything in between, as you can imagine. And so that's one of the great things that we love about Blackstone, is that we really, when we have families that move into the area, if they're just starting out, they can actually stay within the community and still move up as their life circumstances change. And then, of course, there's always that opportunity that if you move in here and you've got a big family and the kids all move out and you need to downsize, there's lots of really nice 1-stories throughout the community too, as you can see looking down the street. And if I pan back this way, you can see there's a lot of 1-stories in the neighborhood too. So lots of good opportunity for moving up and moving down. And this particular house, like I said, it's 2,600 square feet. It's listed for $850,000. And as I mentioned before, in Blackstone, you can get into the neighborhood for, around 700. And, we might see that slide back a little bit as we head into some times where we might see some prices falling back. So we shall see. Time will tell on that for sure. With Blackstone, you have access to that beautiful clubhouse that we were just at, and we will try to get some footage for you guys inside the clubhouse too, so you can just see how special all the amenities truly are in there. Again, this is 2,600 square feet. I believe it's 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, and decent lot. A lot of the lots in this part of Blackstone are a little bit on the smaller side, so I would say, like anywhere from 5,000 square feet up to about 8,000 would be the largest in this section. And then they've got some estate lots within Blackstone that are an acre and more. So again, a little bit of everything. And the smallest of the lots here in the area, which I'll drive by some of those so you guys can see those. Those are more of the patio style homes, and those are going to be, oh my goodness, probably like 3,000 square foot lots. So you've got a 2-story house that's about 2,000 square feet, and then about 1,000 square feet between front yard, side, and back. So those are very tight. However, if you travel a lot, which a lot of people do that live here in the area, that type of home is perfect because you can just drop and go. So again, this is one of the communities here within the master planned community of Blackstone in beautiful Dorado Hills, California. So from here, we are going to head to Serrano, which is the original master plan community, I would say, here in Dorado Hills. They started building Serrano, which I can talk about that a little bit more later, but they started building that in the late 1990s and are still continuing to build today. So it's still growing. But to put it in perspective, Blackstone has about 1,000 homes, give or take, a couple hundred. And Serrano is actually over 4,000 homes. So much larger community, big span of different types of homes as well. And so we'll head there next. But first, I'm going to drive you guys through Blackstone a little bit more. It's Renee here, and now we are in the gated part of Serrano. Actually, all of Serrano is gated, but the guard gated section. So this is also referred to as the customs. And so you can see that the houses are definitely much more stately. They're on much larger lots. So the average in here is going to be like 0.5 acres all the way up to, some of the homes have even up to 2 acres. The one that we are standing in front of here is actually on the market right now, and it's just under 3,000 square feet, and it's listed for 1.55, and that's going to be on the lower end here for the gated part of Serrano, again, the guard gated part, and it's also the part that's closest to the country club and the golf course and all of those amenities. The country club is actually a really great feature for the neighborhood. However, unlike Blackstone, where we just were, in Serrano, you actually have to have a membership for the country club, as well as, you don't have to live in the neighborhood to be part of the country club. So if you move to Dorado Hills and you want to have that country club lifestyle, you don't have to live in Serrano, but it sure is convenient. A lot of our friends and clients that live here in the custom area, they have golf carts, and they'll drive themselves to dinner, and they, like tonight is National Night Out. It's August 2nd as I'm filming this, and so there's an ice cream social going on in the neighborhood. So always super fun stuff. And again, this house behind us, it's about 3,000 square feet and listed just at 1.55 million. And again, pretty, that's going to be kind of your entry point for the guard gated area. However, there are some, most of this is custom. However, right close to the gate, there are some smaller homes that are what we call spec homes. So the builders actually built them and, waited for people to purchase those. And so those are going to be closer, to like the 1.1 range to start with. And then there's even, I'll drive by those so that you guys can see, there's even some duet homes. So they're attached at part of the property, although they still have really nice big lots, and they're good sized homes, like 2,600 square feet and up. And so those are going to be a little bit less expensive as well. And then within Serrano, just in the regular part of the community, not the guard gated part, we've actually got, prices from around 700,000 and then all the way up to multiple millions here in the custom area. So lots to choose from, lots to see for sure. I think we'll probably do a segment just on Serrano one day, just so you guys can see everything that's going on in the community. I don't know if you can hear that, but the birds are going just completely crazy because there's so many oak trees. That's another great thing about Dorado Hills and this area, is that we just have an abundance of nature. There's trails everywhere, and yeah, it's just an outdoor person's dream. We actually have a number of areas up here in Serrano where you have lake views. So Folsom Lake is really close by, so great for boating. And then I didn't mention this before, but there's about 50,000 residents, a little bit less than that, here in Dorado Hills. The median price right now is about $960. And so again, this gated area of Serrano is going to be a little bit higher than the median, and it definitely feels very affluent, feels really pretty. Every time we sell a house in here, it just feels really special, and the community, they really are tight knit and close, and really watch out for each other too. median income for household income is about 150,000. So again, nice affluent community. The schools are amazing. So some of the top rated schools in the region. I drove by the middle school or one of the middle schools, there's actually two, and then the high school as well. So you should have all of that in here too. So we've got one more stop, a little bit closer to the lake, and I'm hoping that I catch it at a good time of day for the views. So we'll see, because it's almost, the sun's starting to go down. We're almost at that golden hour. All right, thanks. Okay, you guys, last neighborhood for today here in beautiful Dorado Hills, California, and I am in the Promontory, which is a beautiful area. It is much closer to the lake, and gosh, I thought I would have better timing getting up here for maybe some sunset views, and I did not. However, this house behind me, it is listed for just under 2.3 million and fairly new construction, again in beautiful Promontory. This neighborhood is mostly custom homes, but there are some homes that were built by Standard Pacific. Oh my goodness, there's a plethora of builders that actually built in here, including all of the custom builders. And they're starting now in about the 900 range and going all the way up to over $3 million in some cases for the area of Calithia that has spectacular views from all around. So these are larger lots like we saw earlier in Serrano. And again, lots of them do have some lake views. Just gonna pan around so you guys can see a little bit. Oh, I should have kept my sunglasses on. It's really bright. And I think if I plan this right, nope, the sun is just too much. So I'm just gonna go back over here so you guys can see the pretty house behind me. So this part of Dorado Hills, you're gonna be in Lakeview Elementary for the elementary school, which is, I mean, the kids have the most spectacular Folsom Lake views from the school, which is just like, yeah, so awesome for them and inspiring, I would think. And our kids almost went to school there, and then we chose a house in a different neighborhood ultimately. And then you also have really easy access to Folsom. So just like literally on the other side of this main road, you get into Empire Ranch, which is part of the Folsom area, which we've talked about on another video. So go check that out if you're trying to decide between Folsom and Dorado Hills. It's a big debate always. And there's definitely some pros and cons of living in Dorado Hills and El Dorado County versus Folsom, which is Sacramento County. And so we'll talk about that in our pro and con video, of course. So definitely check that out. So the other thing I love about the Promontory, besides the views, the great school, they also go to Marina for the middle school, which is a really great middle school. And then of course it feeds into Oak Ridge as well for the high school. And there's this new construction going on right now that I don't know if that's going to be, you know, a builder spec where they're going to sell that soon, or if that's somebody building it for themselves, or if somebody talked with a builder and hired them directly. That happens quite a bit too, and there's still a ton of lots available. So if you have dreams of moving to El Dorado Hills and buying a lot and building your forever home, there's so much great opportunity. We have so many good local builders that is definitely something that you too can build a dream home like that. Guys, that is going to wrap up my tour today of El Dorado Hills, California. Again, just a really great suburb right outside of Sacramento we're about 40 minutes from downtown, and when Mike does the map tour, you guys will get to see all, you know, the different distances and things that we're close to and the different proximities. However, I wanted to stop tonight here at this last little shopping center where there's a couple great restaurants. There's a barber shop right over here, Barber John's. There's a tailor, so you can get your clothes altered. And we've got a tutoring center right over there that our boys used to go to. And right down there, there's a bunch of activity happening because it is Tuesday and it's Taco Tuesday. So the El Dorado Saloon and Grill does $2 tacos and $2 beers on Tuesdays. So it is happening down there. And I was gonna go do this closer, but there's so much going on over there that it would have been way too loud. So another fun thing though about El Dorado Hills the reason I wanted to end up here is that there's really such a good mix of old and new. So we had new where we started at the town center where everything, you know, is nice and fresh. And then you've got this like more charming kind of old school, you know, probably they built this little shopping center, I would guess, in the 80s. And so you've just got like a whole range of things to do, businesses to support, and activities. We're super close to the lake here, so this is more on the north side of town. And yeah, so let us know what you think. If you're from El Dorado Hills, let us know some of your favorite spots. That was a really loud truck. There's a lot of trucks up here in El Dorado County. And you know, just if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit subscribe and hit the alert button so you are the first to know about all things Sacramento and living in Sacramento, and of course the great suburbs like here in El Dorado Hills. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.